I know this car over here has some history behind it. Can you talk to us a little bit more about this car and what is so important to you?
Well, this is a car that Jacob and I both started racing with. It was my first car as well as his first car, and we're hoping to, we wanted to keep this car to put some old parts in it and maybe make one half of the car Jake's and one half look like my first car, so it'd be pretty neat if we ever get it together.
Yeah, that would be. What year did you both start racing?
I think my first year would have been 2010, running limited sprint cars. I think I ran a couple races before that, throughout like 2 or 3 years, but it was only like 2 or 3 races, or maybe a little bit more than that. But my first really full year was 2010.
What about you, Jake?
The first time I ran this car was in 2011, and I don't know if I ran this car in 2011, and then I don't know if I ran this car, how many races I ran this car, but I ran it a little bit of 358 stuff, and I won my first sprint car race in this car with my dad. And I actually started, when I first started racing 410s, I raced this car for a little bit. So it's definitely got, you know, a special place, you know, with both of us, since it was our first race car and, you know, won our first races in, that kind of thing. So, you know, that kind of got us started, and, you know, you don't want to throw away our first sprint car, and we want to keep it around and keep those memories, and just holds a special place. I don't really, you know, I don't think I ran too many races with it, but it was good while it lasted.
That's awesome.
We're not really sure how many, but we were trying to figure it up the other day. We think it has close to like 200 races, which I'm sure some guys run them. There's certain guys around here that might run them more, but more races than that. But 200 races on a frame is a lot, so it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Can you take us through the rest of the shop here?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing right here?
Brake rotors that we're deciding which ones we want to run. This one's a cracked one. This one's not put all the way together, and these are just a couple that we have. If we want to put those on, titanium ones for, you know, the second swing we go out on the road. I think Dad wants to put a titanium rotor on mine. And we have these over here that we were going to use in California, or we had them for spares. And that's really, we're just kind of cleaning out the trailer, just looking at the stuff we got to pick and choose from to go back out on the road with.
You know, talking about your trailer, how much stuff do you guys keep as we're traveling through? Is this the only set that you have, or do you have more?
I feel like we try to grab as much as we can so we can survive as long as we can. If anything, you know, spectacular happens, or you get in a situation, we want to have anything, you know, we don't want to, you know, look back and be like, oh, you know, damn, we left it at the shop, or, you know, we don't want any of that kind of stuff. We want to make sure we have it in the trailer so we can work with it and, you know, try to make something with what we got. And right now we just took the stuff out of the trailer and see what we got and see if we got any more of it in the shop.
I see these 2 new cars here. Are these going to be pulled out later this year, or are we going to use them for next year?
We hope, what really is supposed to be going on with these cars is people are supposed to, you know, come in and out and help put a little of this, a little of that together while we're on the road. But, you know, the guys are busy working their own jobs, and my Uncle Joe, he's got his own things going on, so not a whole lot of action in this department while we're gone. But, you know, we hope, and we think we'll get them together at some point this year, which they probably will, just we don't know when yet. It's a mystery.